when we start the chapter, you started recording? Okay. So, okay. Next week, inshallah, we will agree on or upon a day for discussing the questions. But for now, we are going to start chapter 3. And I think for chapter 3, Malek told me that she's going to present kind of introduction to chapter 3. Hamza, you didn't tell me that you're going to present syntax.
حكيت لك دكتور بالمحاضرة يمكن ما سمعتني أو كذا.
Yeah, because Malek sent me an email and then I confirmed to her that she can start. So for now, just for those who are interested in presenting, we have Malek. She's going to present the introduction of the chapter. And we have Rani Al-Azzam. She's going to present pages 81 and 82. And we have Aya Ghawan, she's going to present page 83 to 85. So these are already booked or occupied. If you want to present something, then you need to choose something after 85.
دكتور أنا بعثت لك إنه أنا وبنتين بدنا نشرح من عند صفحة 88.
Maybe I didn't see the email. When did you send it?
ما بعرف قبل أسبوع أو هيك شيء قبل ما بعرف إمتى.
88?
Yes, phrase rule structures, trees.
So Surah?
Yes.
And?
Bushra and Noor Manasra وبشرى.
So Bushra, Amir?
Yes.
And?
نور مناصرة.
Okay.
رح نشرح من صفحة 88 بس نسيت لوين.
88. Okay. Maybe let's say 88.
هن كانوا موضوعين يعني من عند phrase tree structure أو phrase rule structures.
88.
92.
Phrase structure trees. Phrase structure trees.
92. Yeah.
Phrase structure rules.
الموضوع اللي بعده. Yes, هدول.
This I think this is too much for you.
I would explain and present it with them.
لأنه إحنا 3 طلاب.
Yeah, you are 3, so that's fine. You can present from 88 to 93.
Okay, thank you.
Doctor, if I want to present something, it's gonna be from 93.
So now you need to choose, yeah.
Okay.
After 93.
Okay. You would write that.
I'm taking notes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I would present that from 93, and yeah. The session.
93.
To, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Building phrase structure trees. Wait. I need to make sure that we are going to include this. Yes. This is yes.
The infinity of language. The internal structure of the phrases.
Okay. Until yeah. So Qais. 90 what? 93.
93, yeah.
93 until 95.
Okay.
دكتور أنا كمان بعثت لك إيميل.
Because I don't want to the internal structure of the phrases, head, complement, selection.
Just 95. Okay.
Yes. Just we are going to stop here in this chapter. I'm going to skip the rest.
Going to go to the semantics?
Yes, we are going to leave from there to semantics.
God willing.
أنا دكتور كمان بعثت لك إني بعمل presentation.
So you can do it in semantics.
يعني أنا أول واحدة بس حط اسمي عندك دكتور إنه بهاي الوحدة أنا أول إشي.
So yes, we are going to semantics. This is the NB, because you know this is syntax is a very, very, very long chapter, a very long chapter. And if we want to study everything, then honestly, we need the whole or the rest of the whole semester. We can't study. So I'm going to give you introduction to syntax and introduction to semantics, because you will have a course, an entire course that is that is one course for syntax and one course for semantics. So, so please, yes, what's your name?
أحلام الجمرة دكتور.
Oh yeah, Ahlam, I remember your email. Okay, yeah, Ahlam. So Ahlam, you will be chapter 4, the beginning, okay? The first, let's say the first 2 or 3 pages.
تمام دكتور شكرا.
Okay. We will talk about this later, inshallah. For now, we'll start with Malik. And Malik, you want to, do you have a PowerPoint presentation, or
Yes,
you want to
doctor,
share the book?
No, I want to share my presentation.
The book or your PowerPoint presentation?
My PowerPoint presentation.
Okay, excellent, Malik. So I'm gonna make you the co-host. So Malik, you are the co-host now.
Okay.
So you can share your screen with us. And Malik is going to present the introduction of chapter 3 syntax.
Can you see my screen, doctor?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So
can you see Malik's screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, this is nice. Go ahead.
Okay. So today we will start talking about our new chapter, which is syntax. First of all, we will talk about the definition of syntax. If we want to define syntax, we can say that in linguistics, syntax is the set of rules, principles, and processes that govern the structure of sentences. Between a practice, we can say that is a sentence structure and a given language, usually including word order. Also, the term syntax is also used to refer to the study of such principles and processes. So simply, we can define the syntax as a part of linguistics that studies sentence structure. And just as a piece of extra information, the syntax is a word from Greek, and it is from 2 parts. Syn alone mean together, and tax alone mean arrangement. Now, what is the difference?
So did you get that? Did you get that? That Malik is saying that syntax is, remember in morphology, we said morphology is the study of word formation.
Yes.
We have roots, and then we add prefixes or suffixes or infixes or circumfixes.
Syntax is the study of a sentence.
Morphemes to have the word or to build the word. In syntax, we move from the word level,
Sentence formation,
to the sentence level, or at least the phrase, or let's say the clause or the sentence level. So instead of saying morphology is the study of word structure, we say that syntax is the study of sentence structure, or sometimes word order. So remember, in the sentence or the clause, we have a group of words. And these words cannot be used randomly in any order. These words must be ordered according to what?
According to the rules of the word formation or the rules of the language.
Not word formation, according
the rules of the language.
Okay, these words must be ordered according to the rules of grammar or structure. Yes, you're right. The rules of grammar or structure. the rules of grammar or the rules of sentence structure. We know, for example, English is SVO, so the words representing the subject must be before the words representing the verb and the complement, right? So syntax can be defined sometimes as the study of sentence structure or the study of word order. Bravo, Malak, yes.
Okay, now what is the difference between grammar and syntax? When we on the structure and ordering with components within a sentence, we are studying the syntax of language. If we want to compare or to verse the grammar versus the syntax, we can say that the grammar is broader than syntax, and then a syntax is a part of a grammar. And syntax is dealing broader, sorry.
Yes.
Now syntax dealing with the grammar of words, phrases, clauses, and sentences. Okay,
syntax dealing with the grammar of.
Yes.
Yes, excellent. So here, remember in chapter 1, we said when we say grammar, don't be confused. Don't say that grammar means قواعد. So grammar means active and passive, reported speech, conditionals. No. This is part of a grammar, but technically grammar means or includes all the rules of language. Like when we say grammar includes the rules of combining sounds together to form morphemes, right? Remember, this is phonology, how sounds pattern together. And also the rules for combining morphemes together to have words. So this is morphological rule. These are morphological rules. And the rules for combining words together into phrases, clauses, and sentences. This is syntax, syntactic rules. And also the rules of meaning, semantics, and so on. If we add these rules to our mental dictionary or lexicon, we get our linguistic knowledge or linguistic competence. Linguistic knowledge. Excellent. Yes, Malik.
Yes, Doctor. Here we have some examples. If we say that I went to the library, this is orderly true and syntactically it's true also. But if I say that went to the library, now this is orderly wrong. And when it comes to the grammar, it is also ungrammatical because the subject must precede the verb. So it is wrong.
Yes.
And for the other examples that she want this toy, it is also wrong because it is ungrammatical because we need the third person singular s. But when we put the s, then it's become correct.
Excellent. So in the first example, the problem was in the word order. But in the second example she want, the problem was not in the word order, but the problem was in the rule of third person singular s. The subject is singular, so and the verb is a present, so we need want, not want. Excellent.
Okay. Now, if you want to think together on this statement or in this sentence, what a great idea is it? If I ask you this question, that is this a correct exclamatory sentence and why? Now.
So Malik, would you please carry on? I need to leave you for a minute. I'll come back to you. Carry on.
Okay. Now this sentence, this exclamatory sentence is not correct because in syntax, the subject, in the exclamatory sentence, the subject must precede the verb, and that's it for this sentence. Now we have something that we need to take it into consideration and keep it in our mind is that the syntactical level, in the syntactical level, the meaning is not important at all. What is important is the word order. So if I tell you this sentence, colorless green ideas sleep furiously, this does not make sense. But if we focus on this sentence, we will find that it is grammatically true, but also it does not make sense. And also assume that I tell you the sentence, the lazy potato will fire the camera. This is also grammatically true, but it does not make sense.
So it doesn't have a meaning, but it follows the rules?
Yes.
Okay.
You just, when you think of that, you cannot get a meaning.
Yeah, there's no meaning.
Yes. Now, English is the language of what? Actually, the doctor said before, just a minute. We have this sentence that you work very hard. You is the subject, work is a verb, and object, and hard is the object. So English is the verb of SVO, subject, verb, object. Now, we have the idea of ambiguity and constituency. The ambiguity in syntax, it is the statement or sentence which could have more than one possible interpretation. And it is up to the listener or to the reader to determine what is the true interpretation could be. Now, there are some statements which may be ambiguous when said alone, but with additional information, the ambiguity could be removed. To make it clear, we have two examples. If I tell you that Emily gave a bath to her dog wearing a blue t-shirt, just if you imagine the sentence, which one is wearing this blue t-shirt? Is it Emily herself or it is the dog itself? Now, the ambiguity here
are possible.
Yes. Also,
Yes.
if we focus on these pictures, we can see on this, we can say in this sentence that the chicken is ready to eat. But if we say that according to this picture, which one is ready? Is it the chicken itself ready and it wants to eat, or the chicken is now cooked and it is ready to be eaten?
Two of them are possible.
Yes. Now, the last thing is that the constituency in syntax, constituents is a word or a group of words that function as a single unit. Many constituents are phrases, as we say, the man, the woman, and like this words. The phrase itself, it means a sequence of one or more words. Some theories consider that it could be more than one word too, also. Had a lexical item and working as a unit within a sentence. In other words, or simply by concentration, we mean a syntax arrangement that consists of two parts usually. Examples to make it clear. The child, it's from our book. The child found a puppy. This is one sentence, and we have two constituents in this sentence. The child is one constituent, and found a puppy, it is also one constituent. Now the child, the plus child together equal constituents, and we say that the constituents is a group of words function together as a unit, part of them, or part of the same group, which is the subject. And found a puppy, these words together give us the predicate, اللي هو subject, الverb. So this part is another constituent of the sentence. Another example, the man from New York.
So we will talk more about this, the constituent and the constituents, the constituency test. We will talk more about this later in the chapter, how to judge that this is a sentence or not.
Yes, doctor, we have tests.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have just the last example of the constituency. The man from New York flew only ultra light planes. The man from New York, we call it a noun phrase. The man from New York, it works as just one single unit, and the rest of the student, it's also a unit. So all the previous things about the constituency lead me to say that in the sentence, not every single word work alone. There is always relationship between the words. We express this relationship through something called the tree diagram. And that's it.
Bravo, Malek. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Thank you so much.
Bravo. I'm so happy that our BA students can have such excellent presentations. Would you please share it with your colleagues, Malek, and send me a copy to my email?
Yes, sure, doctor, yes.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent, Malek, excellent. So those who present, those who have an excellent presentation like Malek with these nice PowerPoint slides will be given 2 or 3 extra marks. So now, if you present before I submit the grades for the midterm, you will be given these marks for the midterm. For those who are going to present after I submit the grades, don't worry, I'll give you these extra marks in the final.
دكتور لا ليش ما نفرجيك البرزنتيشن وتزيد لنا اياهم على المد، بلكي فلنا مد مثلا، بلكي فلنا فاينل سوري.
اوكي اوكي
دكتور عن جد اطلب منا البرزنتيشن نسخة قبل ما نشرحه وزيد لنا اياهم وخلص، بس يجي وقت نشرحه بنشرحه. يعني احنا محتاجين للمد صراحة، احنا عم نعمل هاي الاشياء للمد.
but I have to submit the grades maybe next week.
اوكي ماشي، بس انه بتعطينا اياهم، يعني تحط لنا اياهم واحنا بنكون بنفرجيك البرزنتيشن قبل ما نشرحه.
Okay. Yeah, if you can send me, so Malak and Rania and Aya, Sura and Bushra and Noor and Qais and Ahlam, if you can send me your presentations before the mid, I'm going to give you the extra marks before. But this is going to be kind of unfair because I need also to see your language, the way you explain. So look at Malak. Look at Malak, for example. She had an excellent I mean, she speaks excellent English. I mean, her English is good.
إذا شفت إنه مش منيح تخصم لنا إياهم من الفاينل.
Okay, this is fair enough. Okay. Thank you again, Malik. Thank you.
دكتور ممكن تكون الزيادة أكثر من علامتين.
Yeah, I said 2 or 3. I like your presentation. So I said 2 or 3, depending on the presentation and the language, and so excellent. Excellent, Malik. Bravo. And this is a good chance for you because when you continue your MA, when you finish your BA and you want to pursue your MA and PhD, inshallah, then you will have to present many times. Okay, Hamza? Where are you, Hamza?
I am here, Doctor.
So, well, yeah, you wanna say something? You wanna add something?
Doctor, Malak was great.
Okay, so you told me that you want to start this chapter. Do you want to add anything?
No, Doctor, I will send you an email.
Okay, Hamza. Okay. Thank you so much. So we still have 9 minutes. I'm going to summarize or what Malak did. I mean, thank you for she gave really. She covered, you see here, a general introduction to syntax, what syntax is, and then also she talked about the difference between syntax and the grammar, and she also talked about the phrase structure rules. The child found a puppy, and this is the child is a constituent, found a puppy is a constituent. So, and also she talked about constituency tests, and we will talk more. So constituents and constituency tests, we will talk more about these. We will talk in more details about these things. But for now, I want to focus on something here. You see, to grammar, even kings bow. So syntax here, I like the title, infinite use of finite means. Sometimes we say infinite or infinite. Infinite use of finite means. Can anyone explain this? I like this title.
Okay, I will explain.
What do we mean by infinite use of finite means?
Doctor, I will explain.
Yeah.
Infinite use. You have.
I didn't share the screen with you, right?
Yeah, you don't share it.
Okay. I'm gonna share it now.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, share screen. Okay. Yes, please.
In the book, they say like it's like the integerous. The integerous. Okay. They say like you could enumerate 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So clearly you didn't memorize all of them. Rather, you know a rule that allows you to produce new integers from old ones. So you have that rule. If e, and as an example, is an integer, e plus 2 is an integer. So you're going to have integers all the time.
Bravo, guys. Bravo, 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 bravo. Excellent. This is an excellent answer. So this means infinite use, like we say, infinite, unlimited use of finite means finite is the opposite. Is the opposite, limited. So it can be paraphrased like unlimited use of limited means. Now, what do we mean by limited or finite means? The rules. Remember in chapter 1, we said that the rules of the language, like when we say the rules, regardless, the rules of phonetics, phonology, the rules of syntax, the rules of morphology, the rules of semantics, right? These rules are limited in number. You will see in syntax, for example, that we have a phrase structure rules, 7, 8, 10, 15 rules, 20 rules. But using these 20 rules, we can produce or generate unlimited number of possible sentences that have never been spoken or even comprehended before or heard before. This is what we mean by novel, Surah. So this is what we mean. Jana, Dumi? Jana Dumi, you want to say something? Okay. So this is what we mean. And remember we said that language is a productive. Language is a productive, human in particular. Human language is a productive. Human language is a creative in the sense that we use a limited number of rules to generate unlimited number of possible sentences that have never spoken or heard before. Novel sentences. In this case, syntax is not an exception. This applies to phonetics, phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, all grammar, rules of a grammar, that the rules are limited. The number of rules, the number is limited, but when we apply them, we get unlimited number of possible sentences. This is what we mean by infinite use, infinite, unlimited use of a limited number of rules. And remember when we talked about productivity or creativity, we said we can say this is the dog. We can stop here and this is a sentence, right? This is the dog.
Yes, doctor, it is a sentence.
But we can develop it. We can add to it. This is the dog that worried the cat. We can stop here. And also we can add, this is the dog that worried the cat. Which cat? That killed the rat. Which rat? That ate the mold. Which mold? That lay in the house. Which house? That Jack built. Okay? And so on. This is what we mean by novel sentences, or even more astonishing in our ability to combine these words to produce and understand an infinite number of novel sentences, as we showed with the following sentence. And we can continue, we can make it a paragraph. Yes, the longer the sentence gets, the more kind of, let's say, unnatural it becomes, but at least this is possible according to the rules of the language. Even if we take this example, Snorlax is asleep. Just we can substitute Snorlax with the monster is asleep. The friend of the monster is asleep. The rightmost person in the first row is asleep. The person immediately to the left of the rightmost person in the front row is asleep. The person behind the person immediately to the left of the rightmost person in the first row is asleep. And we can also say the person in front of the person behind the person immediately to the left of the rightmost person in the first row is asleep. Yes, it becomes unnatural, but still, according to the rules, this is possible. So here you see, from a 3-word sentence, we come up with maybe a 20-word sentence. This is what we mean by using a limited number of rules, we can generate unlimited number of sentences.
The infinite number of sentences depend on limited numbers of grammar.
Limited number of rules. Excellent. So we can do this. You see this paragraph? We can do this because we know a finite number of rules, a limited number of rules, which can be applied repeatedly. So if you know that we can have a subject, then a verb, then a complement, then we can have a relative clause or a complementizing phrase like that or who, and then we can keep repeating this. So we can expand the sentence based on repeating or applying repeatedly the limited number of rules. So all spoken language is governed by rules. What do you mean by rules? The set of rules. This set of rules is called the grammar. And don't forget that the grammar here doesn't mean syntax alone. Rules here include rules of morphology, rules of syntax, rules of semantics, rules of phonetics, and rules of phonology. If a speaker has a mental grammar of the rules of his or her language that he or she follows in producing and understanding, not only producing in speaking, but in speaking and in understanding, comprehending. That's why we say comprehension. We have a production and comprehension. And also making judgments. So you are a speaker of Arabic. If I ask you, is this sentence, if we say شنطة بي ولد كتاب حط, and then I ask you about your judgment, is this a well-formed sentence?
No.
A grammatical sentence or not? You say no because it doesn't conform to the rules of the Arabic language. The same thing for English. Like if I say asleep is Homer, professor that is asleep.
Doctor, can I say something?
So, yes.
The meaning of the infinite number of sentences depends on grammatical dependence.
Yes, even here, just we judge these sentences and we say they are ill-formed or ungrammatical, syntactically speaking, because there's a problem in the word order. So in the exam, if I give you a sentence like this and then I ask you, why is it ungrammatical or ill-formed? Why is it ill-formed? Simply we say because
the grammatical order is wrong.
Because the word order does not follow the rules of word order in English. Okay, that's why we say this sentence is not acceptable, is not grammatical. Or in fact, these sentences. Okay, now let's have an example here. Rule, this is a rule. If S is a sentence of English, then everybody knows that S is a sentence of English. So if Snorlax, let's apply this here. This rule can be iterated, repeated, any number of times to produce an arbitrary number of new sentences. So if S here is Snorlax is asleep, is this a sentence in English?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Then if S is a sentence, you see, it is like a mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
If S is a sentence of English, then everybody knows that S. Everybody knows that S. So if we start, everybody knows that, and we have another sentence, then an embedded clause, we call it, if you still remember in 101, is a sentence of English. So if Snorlax is asleep, then everybody knows that Snorlax is asleep is a sentence. then also everybody knows that Snorlax is asleep is a sentence. Then everybody knows that Snorlax is asleep. I agree with you that the more we repeat everybody knows that, it becomes unnatural. We don't say this in our daily conversations. But according to this rule, sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3, sentence 4 are all sentences. But they differ in their length. But they are all grammatical sentences of English. But what if we say knows everybody that Snorlax is asleep?
No, it's not.
It becomes what?
Ungrammatical.
Ungrammatical or ill-formed.
Ill-formed.
Oh yeah, it is 1-5. Oh, sorry. So the same thing for the kind-hearted boy had many girlfriends. The kind-hearted, intelligent boy had many girlfriends. The kind-hearted, intelligent, handsome boy had many girlfriends. So in this case, we can repeat as many adjectives as we wish before the noun boy. This is called, so the infinite use of finite means. Okay. So next time, inshallah, we will continue. Next time we will have, inshallah, we will have Rania Al-Azam. Rania?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, Rania. So I will finish what the syntax rules do. And then your colleague, there's someone for who's going to present sentence structure. Sentence structure.
If there is no one, I would do that.
I think someone sent me an email. So I'll finish this, and then Rania Al-Azam will talk about constituents and constituency tests, and then we have Aya, and so on. So next time, please, we will carry on what the syntax rules do.
Doctor?
Okay?
Doctor?
Yes. Yes.
If there is no one is going to present what the semantic rules do and sentence structure, I could do that.
But you already you are assigned 93 to 95.
Okay, I would do that also.
Yeah, I'm gonna save you to that part, please.
Okay.
I want to save you to that part.
Okay, no problem, Doctor.
Okay, yes. Thank you, قيس. سورة.
دكتور بس مشان الاساينمنت انت حكيت لنا انه راح تمدده وهيك، بس هو ما مددته ولا شيء، فاحنا مش عارفين شو نعمل مشانه.
Oh yeah. I'll do it, inshallah. I'll do it. The assignment, the last assignment, you mean?
Yes, compounds.
Compounds. I will. Okay, I will. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. So inshallah, I'll see you on Wednesday, and we'll have a meeting on Wednesday, and we will continue this.
Inshallah.
No problem, Malik. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Please share the recording with your colleagues. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.